This is my day. I'm gonna do things my way. This is my day. I'm gonna do things my way. If you believe it, say it. You're gonna make it. Say it. If you believe it, say it. Yeah. This is my day.
Uyakhumbula mngani wami besithathela phansi basithela umona
It's another episode of Trending SA on SABC3 and on our website, TrendingSA.tv. Thank you so much for allowing us into your living rooms. And for the next hour, we will be serving you the freshest trending topics from across social media. We have cooked up a super extra exciting episode tonight, and it's all about Youth Day. That is what we're commemorating. So happy Youth Day in advance. Remember the youth of 1976. Bravery at its highest. All right, so that's why we're dressed like this. Please show the we. Thank you very much. Although this looks more like Principal Masupadzi.
I went to a good school.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, I did not. All right, so this is the coolest crew in television right now. She's funny. Erday. This is Nina Hastings.
Hi, Dad.
He is Mr. Cool Kid, literally, today. It's Shaka Sisulu. He's the coolest prefect, and all the girls talk about him with lots of respect. And she hails all the way.
Oh, yes, thank you.
This is Nomakula Robin.
Such a sexy librarian.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm the sexy librarian. How you doing?
Can you give me a book?
I can give you
what?
more than that.
A book.
You said walk.
It's 2017. We're not dealing books.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Kindles.
Oh, you're a
At
Kindle?
school, that's crazy. And I am Pabi Molloy. Hi,
You look like the youngest person here.
You are the youngest person here. It's true, guys. Don't look at their TV like that. All right, Nina, what are you talking about today?
I just want to say, I'm sorry I didn't come in my uniform. It's Civi's Day. So, anyway, I paid R5 for Civi's Day. So, there's this story that's been... There's this story that's been doing the rounds on Facebook. It's gross. It's about this 22-year-old that had, guys, 30 inches of his incredibly enlarged bowel.
No, don't say it. That's disgusting.
Removed by surgeons at 10th People's Hospital in China. It made me think of other bizarre medical conditions that are a little bit cringy. But I'll tell you all about that later because I can.
I'm
You like cringy
so
things.
into cringy medical conditions.
Are you?
It's like my favorite thing in the world. So I'm looking forward to that. Shakalaka, who's our guest for tonight?
In the spirit of celebrating Youth Day, I've invited somebody that I love to bits and pieces, a social activist, formerly a trained economist, right? She's a community engager, she's a visionary, a musician. I'll tell you who she is later.
Wow.
You know, let me not keep you in suspense, because I know that you want to welcome warmly when she comes. It's Nomi Superstar!
Look there, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, she looks delicious.
And Siskuli?
Yeah, well, my time I was all about #taxi strike.
Yo, guys.
Taxi drivers blocked all major roads in and around Midrand and some parts of the N1 in their strike about the quantum mini buses being overpriced. The strike caused chaos and disruption, leaving commuters stranded and motorists stuck in traffic. The strike made me think of how different we South Africans strike compared to other countries. I'll be unpacking that later.
Okay, dokes. Then later on, as I mentioned, we are commemorating Youth Day, which is being celebrated officially tomorrow. And on the show today, we'll be remembering one of our ultimate struggle heroes, Tsietsi Mashinini. So make sure you do not miss that. But before, everything starts. We're going to take a quick break, sip some water, pay the bills. Remember to connect with us on social media at TrendingSA on 3 on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, TrendingSA.
Super mega, he on top again. Couple dollies in the cup for the ambiance. But you wildin', about to call you a maxi home. It's a classic night.
This is my day. This is my day. You said you could leave me, just to teach me.
Someone call the vintage. I like these ones. Hello and welcome back, fellow trenders and trendies, my compatriots. All right, so these words are what we are looking for all over social media, the things that trend right here on TrendingSA. Anything goes on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course, don't forget our YouTube channel too. So let's get straight into it as we go through what caught our attention while we were all too scared to leave the house in Midrand or sitting in the traffic in Midrand today. Is this Guli?
Mati reversing with a truckload of money. Hashtag SASO was on my timeline today as the Concord was doing some serious concording as they ordered that there be further investigation into Social Development Minister Matabile Dlamini's her grants issue, that she be personally held liable for the social grants matter. So basically they wanted to cover the legal costs. They've given the parties 14 days to return with feedback. Social media started, social media loves things, and this is what they had to say. What's Reimagine SA says, well done, hashtag as Black Sash for taking it this far. Well done, Black Sash, for taking this far. Strength to all. Hashtag Sasha, hashtag Masamile Dlamini, the buck stops with you. Hashtag take responsibility. The buck, Madam Minister, stops with you. Yes.
Did they put a spring back there?
Uhloni Nyeta, you are Ntombi. If hashtag Concord rules, the Batabile must pay for legal costs. She must ask good price for cash, not pay with money meant for food parcels. Luta Kontuna says, Shadu 009 says, hashtag country duty. When hashtag Batabile Dlamini heard she will pay the Sasa legal costs out of her own pocket. Huh?
It's weird. I feel like some people, when you make public presentations, need to have like a hijab just so they don't.
Leave us alone.
Like some
Leave
people
us
just
alone.
Did you see our meme, guys?
Yes.
Did you see our meme? Thank you for memeing us.
Mama, we memed it.
Thank you.
Okay, you are on billboards and buildings. You got a meme.
We are meme. The three of us are in it. Anyway, now I'll
yes, some funny memes.
Okay, Shaka.
Have you seen my cool laughing?
No,
meme?
we've never seen
Where
it.
I'm
No,
like,
we don't even know what that is.
We don't care.
Yeah.
I was watching a press conference today, right? And
Don't be memed to Shaga.
Yeah.
Again.
I was watching a press conference today of the new minister of Treasury, Malusi Kigaba, who was talking about the economy. We've heard that the economy has officially contracted. It's in an official recession. And we've heard that we have the highest rate of unemployment in the past 14 years. The minister confirmed that we're going to have to revise our growth targets. It used to be 1.3% growth, and he now says that's not going to be possible, particularly in light of Moody's recent downgrade, also of our top banks. There's a lot of blood on the floor. All right, now, this is where things got really interesting, because all of this stuff was technical. Then he said something really interesting that people made people on Twitter look twice. He said all of the state-owned enterprises are receiving adequate attention and care. This is what people on Twitter had to say about that.
Dun, 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 dun.
I just saw the meme, the GIF.
This is Macero. I can't. How do you describe that?
Well,
What's the sound of eyes rolling?
R-M-E.
It's like this.
Oh, you got it. Did your boyfriend teach you that? Sfiso Butelez and Kikawa,
Yes, you did,
the blind leading the blind. It's the economy stage capture.
Watch.
Are you, when you're listening to someone saying a lot of nothing?
I love her.
That's cute.
I don't know why people are not giving the minister a chance. The minister, another minister who actually didn't get a chance at all today was Minister Zwane, Minister of Mining, who basically unveiled the new mining charter rules. Some of the highlights are that employees now have to get 8% of equity in the business, and that BE is now moved from 26%, guess to what? To 30. Yeah. And the market reacted badly. All stocks on mining are down. Yeah. Why you guys all sign like that? You guys have mining size? Mining shares?
It's riveting
Mining
stuff.
size.
That's a major issue, not a minor one.
Yes.
Please don't talk to us.
Okay, I'm going to tell the story now. It's outside of South Africa, and it's not good news. Lesotho showed up on my timeline after the wife of Minister-elect Tom Thabane.
Wow.
The wife of Tom Thabane was shot
Shocking.
dead today. Dipulelo Thabane's death comes on the eve of her husband's inauguration. Thabane won the June 3rd elections, which were called 3 years ahead of schedule. The early poll followed a vote of no confidence against the current leader. Thabane returns to power following years of political turmoil in the southern African country. He plans to form a new coalition as the country seeks to enforce constitutional reforms. I don't know. Could it be another crime, just a random crime? Or do you think it is politically linked?
Well, the early
SABC
reports.
News correspondents broke it down for us.
Oh, sorry.
Particularly Dipulelo Thabane, who happened to be his second wife, and they were already going through a divorce at that time. And at that time, she filed a
Yo, the plot thickens. Okay, so judge for yourself, but let's see how social media judged for itself. Nomsa Maseko says, Lesotho, kingdom of just over 2 million people, faces turmoil. Tabani fled to SA in his PJs not too long ago. Tonight, his wife is murdered.
Sure.
Flame T says, I really thought things have turned around in Lesotho, but what's happening right now is really sad.
How? They say Tom Tabani must be the suspect number one, the death of his wife, shooting of his wife, benefits him. I don't know how this person figures that out, and I also don't know how Tom Tabani was able to intercept that tweet on live TV like that.
In South Africa, nogal.
Sure.
Anyway.
All right, Nina, what is on your timeline?
Okay, sure. That's really heavy stuff. Yeah, I heard about it this morning, and it's very intense. Anyway, Pubs,
Yes.
I know we're speaking about some heavy stuff, but, you know, as my sister always says, anyway, well, Bubby, even though it's winter, I won't be screaming yellow summer or yellow bones or whatever yellow things, since MTN cancelled free Twitter was all over my timeline whilst it was charging them, obviously. So MTN has come out and said this in a tweet. There's the tweet. I trust you.
This tweet made me laugh.
Listen to this, guys. Due to abuse.
Do it in the MTN language.
Yeah, okay,
I mean,
sorry.
sound. I mean, voice.
Wait.
Due to abuse, we've had to cap our free Twitter service to 100 megabytes per day. Normal data charges will apply thereafter.
Sugarman! You got us used to this free thing. Now, Sugarman.
People were getting
Anyway,
free stuff.
They were getting free stuff this whole time. I didn't know.
They were getting free Twitter.
Okay, anyway. The rival network saw red, in a good way, that is, and went in like so.
Shout out Red, hey.
100 megabytes a day? Really? Vodacom's Facebook Flex remains unlimited.
What a super
Say
flex.
what? I mean, I'm
What a
just very
flex.
interested in these tweets.
Then Vodacom says, we're not limiting you on Facebook Flex, no matter how you abuse it.
Yo,
I love it.
that deserves more likes, that tweet. That's a fantastic tweet.
Okay, so back to being yellow. This is how the subscribers of that M network retaliated. So Mercy T reminded you about your monthly budget. Since MTN cancelled free Twitter, you better start including MTN in your monthly salary budget.
Kanti, you mean these less people have been lying around?
Mklaba brought Meryl Streep to shout at the tulips a bit. Since MTN cancelled free Twitter, tulips ain't got retweets customers. What? Adler King Ike decided to remind them where home is. Since MTN cancelled free Twitter, y'all can go back to Facebook now.
I love Facebook.
Anyway, at Machakwe says, I know he sort of has a point with this one. Okay, so let me say it to you. Good night. Since MTN cancelled free Twitter, people will stop tweeting good morning and good night like we care. I do it all the time!
Because you care.
Yeah, I do.
They might not care, you care. Guys, today the highways and roads of Gauteng were at a standstill as the taxi strike ensued on the major routes all across Gauteng because #taxi strike, taxi drivers had enough with the overpriced quantums, so they took to the streets of Johannesburg and hijacked trucks and then used those trucks to block several highways in and around Johannesburg. This is what you had to say on Twitter because Mrs. O'Connor says, yes, let them know we can put this country to a standstill. Masitanda, #taxi strike.
Yeah, but only for a day, and you gave us a long weekend.
Do not encourage them.
long
Masona
weekend.
says #taxi strike. Taxi industry is not playing around. 4 weeks, it's enough to resolve this issue, not the whole year. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Anointed Tato Tomejani says that moment when commuters stranded by taxi strikes are more worried about their teachers and bosses understanding than their own safety. That's the reality of South Africa, though.
Yeah.
That's the
That's a very
reality.
real thing.
Because we need to pay our bonds, we need to pay our rents, we need to put food on the table.
And a lot of people are unreasonable about this.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, guys, some strikers just want sweets. They want candy. Bong bong. Let's check out this tweet. Lerato Mbele says, and in other news, taxi more strikers blocking the road. Apparently, they want more sweeties. And then they'll have rotten teeth, and then we have to pretend they are cute. This picture made me remember the weird and bizarre ways in which everyone else except South Africa strikes or protests. We burn tires, close off roads. Some people have these signs, Jongan. Down with zippers.
Yes. Pull it down.
Yeah, well, you know that's just like, your opinion, man. Okay.
Wait, this guy's high.
That's the dude.
The guy's high.
What do we want? Time travel. When do we want it? It's irrelevant.
Yay. Anyone for Scrabble later?
Best one was the Venga out.
Stop premature Christmas decorating. Oh, I love that. Isn't it October yet? Oh, it's my best time of the
That's
year.
funny though, eh? But you know, at least you know, okay, that when we are protesting, you know that we are protesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Because some people in other parts of the world, when they're protesting, they don't even know that they're protesting.
What?
Bulan.
Has what he calls a message team working on the answer to why they're here.
So as it stands right now, that message team will reveal that tomorrow morning.
So you guys are in the process of forming the reasons why you're here.
Exactly correct.
Others told us they know why they're protesting. So tell me why you are here tonight.
I'm here to support the people. Why else would I be out here?
Tell me why you're here to support this organization, this group.
I've heard it's anti-capitalist. I'm a socialist. I'm a Marxist communist.
Nyaupe is accessible everywhere.
I wish we could school them on how to properly strike. I mean, they don't dance. They don't stop the whole country. Instead, they do weird things like this. Hang on, that was definitely not a weird thing. That was a very important thing to talk about women's rights.
Yeah.
No, I think it's the method and how they like doing it.
Someone put cassette A in the place of cassette B and pressed play on the wrong thing.
Really?
I think so.
I don't know, but that would have been better if they were all like, I'm very angry.
I'm real angry right now. The problem is the monitors. The microphones don't work.
Anyway, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have that than what we have always have when there's a strike in South Africa.
These protesters are now getting very, very annoyed given what the police have done. The police are no longer tolerating the protesters, having fired water cannons at the protesters to try and break this up.
We've got no chill when we're protesting.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The
The looting is what's annoying, though.
The looting on the protesting.
The looting of the buildings, of the property, of the shops,
And the burning of stuff, and the burning of the tires in the road. And it's almost like there's a blueprint, an anarchist blueprint to how we must strike in South Africa.
All right, let's have a quick break. We'll be right back in a bit.
This is my day. this is my day.
Welcome back to Trending SA on SABC3, where the stage is yours. All right, so what are you getting up to tomorrow, as it is Youth Day? You know how we like to commemorate on days like this, but others do like to celebrate on days like this as well, and braai lays around, or maybe visit a museum and read up about our country's history, perhaps, and catch up on all of this on social media. We'll check out all your tweets on #TsaOn3. Siskudu?
Now, guys, we can honestly not have a show. We cannot have a show today on the eve of June 16 Youth Day and not roll with the #Youth Day. I mean, 1976 might have been 41 years ago, but the bravery that they showed continues to inspire the youth of 2017. So as one does, we want to commemorate the day that salutes one of the comrades that were right there in the mix, dodging the tear gas, the bullets, the fire, the hatred, and he is Tsietsi Mashinini.
It's on fire, so it's on fire. It's burning, my body is burning. It's on fire, it's on fire.
I, with the help of a number of students, organized, planned and executed the demonstrations.
Yeah.
Tsietsi Mashinini was born on the 27th of January 1957 in central western Jabavu, Soweto. He was active in his local Methodist parish and chairperson of the Methodist Wesley Youth Guild at the age of 16. He was a passionate reader. This was spotted by his history and English teacher, Abraham Onkgopotse Tiro, who taught at the Morris Isaacson after he was expelled from the University of the North for his political activities. Let's look at these images.
So, Tsietsi was one of the members of the South African student movement at the time. And now, here's the story of how June 16 came into being. 3 days before June 16, him and about 500 other student leaders met at Orlando Donaldson Community Hall, where they then planned how they were going to have this protest. And the idea was the protest would start at one school, and, you know, students from all the different schools would also come out, you know, and they would then go march down peacefully down their roads until they get to that particular school, and then they have this huge mass of people. That was pretty much the idea. And so it actually came to unfold. But before I do that, there's a video I want to share with you.
The black student in South Africa is being fed the type of education that will domesticate him to become a better tool for the white man when he joins the working community.
And this is a real thing. Because the other thing that had happened was, in that very same year, they had removed Standard 6 and Standard 7. So they had squashed up the school years so they can get people out of schools and into factories, because the economy at the time was booming. It needed more black people to go into the factories. And this is why they had to be taught in Afrikaans, so that when they go to work, the boss can tell them what they want to tell them in Afrikaans, and they all understand it. These students decided they were going to protest on the day, and they'd been keeping it secret, even from their parents. They hadn't told anybody. On the day, the students converged. They came with the placards that they'd been painting for the past couple of days, and they converged at that particular school. Tsietsi Mashinini stood up and he made a speech. He led them in song, and then he led them out of the gates. They started marching, very well disciplined. The students from the different other schools came in their numbers, and they swelled the ranks. There was this huge moving mass of people, of bodies, united. And then they approach, what they see is a roadblock. Police had blocked off the road. The police had known that there was going to be a protest, and they made sure that they were blocking off all the roads across the different townships. Tsietsi Mashinini stood up when he saw the police in front of all the students and gave a speech. He said, "We are marching peacefully. Do not provoke the police." And that's how they proceeded. But the police killed the students anyway.
All of a sudden, they just went out of their cars and came advancing towards us. The first white policeman threw a tear gas. It was the first time we saw a tear gas can. We didn't know even what it was. So when we saw it emitting smoke, we dispersed. And when we came back again. Maybe we thought they would talk to us through a loudspeaker or something like that. All of a sudden, the same policeman who threw the tear gas canister opened fire on the student.
And these are high school kids, you know, kids under age 18, 15, 14, 16-year-old kids.
And those are the horrific events of that day, which saw the South African police brutally shoot live bullets at peacefully protesting students. And his heroism and his leadership turned Tsietsi Mashinini into an instant hero and an activist of national importance. He stood steadfast against state harassment and imminent arrest, issuing press statements and calling for students to boycott classes. He wrote critically of the police's actions on the 16th of June that saw the innocent students massacred. Even the legend, Dr. Don Matera, knew and voiced his opinion about the great ways of Tsietsi Mashinini.
The system of apartheid denied them that. The security police denied them that. And this boy was caught in the whirlwind of the struggle. And he put on the mantle.
So Mashinini became an enemy of the system. And in particular the hostel dwellers, guys. So the police frequently converged on his home in an attempt to arrest him. On 2 occasions, they actually dressed in women's clothes and eluded arrest, becoming the most wanted man in the country. The police offered a 500 Rand reward for anyone who could supply information that would lead to his arrest. In the end, Tsietsi had to flee the country and make several foreign countries his home. And then this is the most shocking thing. So Mashinini died under mysterious circumstances in 1990. He was hospitalized for multiple injuries. Obviously, they found him, apparently with the result of an attack. I mean, very obviously the result of an attack. He died a few days later. Mashinini's body was terribly disfigured. His left eye had sort of fallen out in his coffin. His left ear was bleeding. He had deep bruises on his face, including a large scar on his forehead. It was horrendous.
On the 27th of April 2011, the government honored Tsietsi Mashinini posthumously with the Order of Luthuli in gold for his inspirational leadership to young people, for the sacrifices that he made while leading students against Afrikaans as a medium of instruction, and for his role in the struggle against apartheid. And with that said, we salute you, Tsietsi Mashinini and the entire class of 1976. I hope you recognized, absorbed, got inspired, and educated. May we never forget.
I think thinking about this is one of the reasons why it is important to think about how we conduct ourselves in protest, because we do now take it for granted that we can do anything because the space allows it to, you know. But these kids were protesting at a time where a peaceful protest could get you killed. So to be flippant about when we mobilize people for a cause, you know, I think is the wrong thing. It's not the way to honor the memory of people that have fought hard and laid their lives down for us to have the right to protest. You know, tomorrow I'm going to be at the memorial. There's also going to be a memorial for Hastings Ndlovu. Hastings Ndlovu was one of the student leaders as well. He was 18 years old. He was the first one to be killed. And based on the evidence, it was a hit. It was not a coincidence that one of the 18-year-old guys who was right at the back was shot by police. So it puts a different spin on the stories that they have been saying for many years, that it was an accidental shooting. It just happened because the students turned violent. It was a planned killing. They planned to kill these kids.
And this is our history as we should know it through and through. And I'm very, very, very proud that as a program, we get to share this information as well as some of the other crazy stuff we do on this show. We'll be right back in just a bit. Trending SA on 3.
This is my day. This is my day. Maybe I shouldn't be so direct. Maybe I should try to be.
Sorry, I'm late. Hello and welcome back to Trending SA on SABC3 on all our social media pages. Tsa on 3. All right, so we have an incredible guest here tonight. I'm so excited. Shaka, please do the honors.
Yes! Nomi superstar is Sowetan, and you can tell it in her passion and the verve and her street smart. She not only sings, she does it with soul, and she speaks for those that cannot. She used to be the SRC president at Fort Hare.
Wow.
She used to be the SRC president at Fort Hare way back in the day. Then she became a Fulbright scholar. All right. She's been a poet. Then she's also, guess what? She's a Summer Award winner. She won the Summer Music Award. I know, she doesn't have enough money to have bought it. I know this one. And it was for the Best Adult Alternative African. She's, you know what? Let me just bring her on, and then we can talk about all the things that she's done. It's Nomi superstar, everybody!
Like a ray of sunshine.
Hi, Trending. Hi.
South Africa. You know what?
I know they're all watching.
You know, the producers were actually putting money on, like on how loud you'd be and how quick you'd get there.
But I'm like this, though.
Yeah?
This is my life.
This is your life.
This is my life.
Incredibly fabulous.
I'm living my best life, Shaka.
Oh, Dimas.
Trending. You understand?
I want to talk about your life. I want to go very quickly into my life. I've always, seen you as my little sister, so I know a little bit about your family and
upbringing.
Your wonderful upbringing. Okay, but I want to share this with with the viewer at home, right? You're the daughter of a veteran journalist. And you
I
come from
am.
a home of thinkers, creatives, the black intelligentsia, when it was under threat. Tell us about growing up in your home. What was the jazz every afternoon?
No, there was a lot of reading.
Yeah.
There was a lot of reading. I grew up in a very educated home, I would say, very Pan-Africanist. So there was a lot of believe in yourself, you're amazing, you can do anything, black is beautiful. Because that narrative really didn't exist. So I got a lot of that growing up, and it was amazing. I mean, you can see with my sisters that we grew up with that narrative. We believe in ourselves.
Just in case someone doesn't know.
I like to be known as Nomi Superstar.
Yes!
Because that's my name.
Yeah.
I'm Nomi Superstar.
You are a superstar.
I'm the original, I'm the real thing.
You are a superstar, but you're not the first superstar in your house, are you?
No, I'm not.
Who is the first superstar?
The first superstar is Thandiswa. Oh, yeah, Tammy.
Actually,
Tammy Mazwai.
Tammy Mazwai.
First superstar.
Yeah.
Then Thandiswa Mazwai.
Yeah.
Then Andile Mazwai with the Stockfell. Because he's like a Stockfell superstar. That's how I said.
He's killing it.
You know what I mean? If you're not in a Stockfell, you don't have money.
Yeah.
Like, basically.
But he's like people are putting billions together.
Billions. Billions.
Okay. But then
it's Ntsiki. Street Queen Mazwai.
Street Queen of Twitter.
She's the Twitter queen. She's lighting up the streets of Twitter, Facebook, and then I just walk in the light.
She's a poet.
She is a poet.
She is a poet, an amazing one, and a great writer, and a great thinker,
But the thing that you all have in common is this love of self, this love of Africa, and also you stand up for what you believe in. You stand, you speak truth to power. You stand against authority. Who's that? How did that come about?
It's my mother, Bella de Mazwai, fearless. She passed away when I was 7, but I mean, she lives through all of us, and I think it's just her being strong. I meet students of hers in my life because she was a school teacher. And all of her students always say to me, your mother made me write an essay about hope once and it changed my life.
Wow.
She got to class and said, I just want you to write an essay about hope. Just write about hope.
Articulate it.
Just think about what is hope to you, and in that time, you must remember this is that time. And for those young people, that changed their lives. I've met them, a lot of them, really successful young people. I mean, they're older now. I must actually go ask them for money.
Do
you know what I mean? Sponsorship.
You know what?
My demons. These shades are so amazing, guys. I love these shades.
You know what is amazing?
They're just live.
You know what I found amazing, right? You know what I found amazing? When you became the first black SRC president at Fort Hare, the legendary Fort Hare University.
The legendary Fort Hare.
Right?
First
Tell us
female.
about that. How did you get that?
I delivered.
The first
I
SRC
delivered. Let me
president.
tell you something. If any political party wants to get anything right, they must deliver to communities. They must work in communities.
Yes, Queen.
If your political party doesn't have a branch that is working for you in your community, stop voting for them. That's how I won at Fort Hare. I got voted by a majority of students. It was the highest voter turnout in many years.
Are you serious?
No, it was ridiculous. No, and the way that I won, I like to win 10-0. You know what I mean? I'm about this life.
Laugh at the people you beat.
Look at me now. Look at me now. Mama, I mean it.
Where did you get your leadership qualities? Did you know you had leadership qualities?
My dad told me a story once that since grade one, at my book launch, I have a book that I wrote, and he said at my book launch, since grade 1, he knew that I was going to be a leader. Because in grade 1, I was talking for the other students. I was like, us in the class, we believe we don't want to use crayons anymore. We want the pencil.
But it's
it's like it's a born thing,
You're talking about just doing a good job, and that keeps you in leadership and that gets you in leadership. And I'm very curious to know what the response, what the feeling was in the male community of your students. Because in this country, we often talk about, are we ready for a female president?
No, they were not okay with it.
They were not okay with it, girl?
No, they were not okay with it.
Yeah?
At all. I mean, that year, and I wrote my book during my term at Fort Hare.
Yeah.
but it was really about the struggles I was facing. Especially, yes, it was about my journey through that year. It was ridiculous. I mean, there was a riot outside my dorm room. There was we had a mass meeting. And it just erupted, and now I was being carried away by security.
What?
But because like half of my executive were not working with me as well, because there were guys, before I walked out, I'm like this, I closed the meeting, because I mean, if I didn't, I could leave and then they vote me out. No, it was crazy. No, it was crazy. I know.
Hey, but you're
it's going crazy. People are fighting in the audience, like, you know, it's going back. And all I'm thinking is, oh, wait, this is a correcting meeting.
So the book is titled Say, Little Girl.
Sai, little girl.
Sai, little girl.
And that's what my dad calls me, Sai. And I wrote the book because everybody I was unexpected.
Yeah.
They really didn't expect that a little girl like me could beat all these guys that had been at Forte for so long. You know, people that had been like doing a 3-year degree for like 10 years. You know what I mean?
My love, we could sit and talk to you all night, and for a week, and for a year, because you have so many stories. Listen, I want to talk about the music, because this is important. This is a matter of priority. Okay, so let's talk about getting into the music, and then let's talk about the journey into the space.
Getting into music, I've always been in music in terms of singing and loving to perform. I love to perform. It's not just music. I love performing. I love getting on a stage and communicating with people and having that moment where it's give and take. You know, the audience gives you and you're also giving. I enjoy it. I love it. And I didn't get a label, so I wasn't signed. So I recorded my first album myself. It was an independent project, 7-song EP. I remember when I released it, I had enough money to print 1,000 CDs. You know what I mean? Like, it was that kind of a hustle.
Yes.
And I entered the South African Music Awards, and the wonderful thing about the South African Music Awards is that they're not based on popularity, they're actually based on quality.
Yes.
There's judging panels. I mean, it's over, I don't know how many people are judges, but a lot of people get your album and they all judge your album. And it was just such a testament to hard work and to producing something that, you know, you're producing from your heart and not really for the money.
Right.
And the recognition was incredible for me. So that album did very well, the EP. And then I thought, let me make an album. Let's take more songs and really create an album, which is why we have this.
Yeah.
Which is in stores nationwide. Nationwide, you can have this album. And of course, it's got all the songs that people love. It is what it is.
Can we talk about the episodes before we wrap things up? Can we have
Webisodes?
And listen, here's a clip of episodes.
There's some classrooms in South Africa where there's a stupid table and there's a clever table. You know? Look, I went to a school where there was something like that. It motivated me to be on the clever table, but looking back, I feel really bad for the kids that were at the stupid table. I just want black people to wake up and live life. You know, there's a lot of young black people that are they don't even have an opportunity to live life. They don't even know that they're being blocked from living their lives. Thank you.
I love how powerful your voice is and how you are not afraid to use it.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys are making me so shy. So basically, Webisodes is a series that runs on WhatsApp only. Each thing is 2 minutes long, and we distribute every single Monday. You've got to go on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook at Nomi Superstar. It's a number. You don't call the number. You just send a WhatsApp saying super, and then you get the episodes every Monday. It's a series. First ever in the world. First ever in the world. Series to run on WhatsApp. You know what I mean? We're about first.
But you see, that's the thing. So it's not about first female, first. It's about excellence. It's about excellence.
It is. And it's about believing. And it's about appreciating your life. And it's about being here.
And also truth, I think, is the thing. That's what resonates.
Yeah, and it's about being. And I love that I'm here today because tomorrow is such an important day for young people.
Tell us about the importance of Youth Month.
You know, June 16th so often becomes just a party, and I'm not knocking people that are partying. Cool. But take a moment to think about the things that happened and the sacrifices that were made so that you could be. But don't just be. Think about what you really want to be. You know, don't let the construct of South Africa limit you from what you can become. And there is a construct. There is a ceiling. You need to break through it. When all those kids went on the streets and they striked, they were breaking that glass ceiling at that time. You've got to break this new one. So I want all the young people to know that. So if you're sitting at your house and you're thinking to yourself, I've always wanted to be an engineer, get up and get yourself an engineering degree and go and be an engineer, and don't let anybody stand in your way. You can do whatever you want to do, even if you have nothing in your pocket. And you must fight for it.
Yeah.
Because that is your right. You have a right to live the life you choose. And that's what I'm about.
Amen.
It is what it is. This is what it feels like. You do what you do. Let go, let it take you.
Nomi Superstar!
I didn't even have to ask you to sing.
We're not even going to ask you. You're just going to stay here for the next segment, okay? She's going to be right here. Give us your questions and comments. On3 is the hashtag, @TrendingSA on 3 on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. TrendingSA on 3.
Every time you utter a word, they flutter inside me. This is my day. This is my day. I love that. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Freedom is coming tomorrow.
Hey, listen, so we're the Awesome Foursome with Nomi Superstar still on our table with us. Welcome back to TrendingSA on SABC3. All right, so apparently, allegedly, something happened here yesterday.
Maybe.
Here.
During the
Just
thing.
here. And so, Shaka and I did our very
No!
Listen, I don't think this is our own version of the K Naomi. No, we were just hanging out here. We were just chilling. But I hear that the producers, listen, our producers are savage, eh?
Savage.
They are savage. They've made you guys make a meme to the picture.
No!
Yeah, like,
Yes.
So
No!
But it's meme worthy.
No, close the show, close the show, close the show.
I meant it.
TrendingSA on 3 when MTN thought they could carry the load of free Twitter.
I look heavy? Do I look heavy?
You're trying again today. You said today.
That moment when he thought he'll be out with the guys for a long weekend, then the wife be like, you're not going anywhere, babe. We're going bond. We're gonna bond.
I love you guys.
This is unbelievable.
That's so
great. 16 tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow, Momo?
I'm doing something so exciting. I'm going to Windy Brow Theatre in Hillbrow.
Yes. Up and running.
Oh my goodness. So it's going to be amazing. There's bands, there's artists. But what I'm going to be doing there is I'm shooting this amazing show about science and how science is cool.
Nice.
Excellent.
At the Windy Brow, because science is cool.
Your life is so cool.
We never spoke about how you are like the manager of the Soweto Theatre.
I really am. I really am.
You do a brilliant job as well.
Everything.
I do. And you must come to Soweto Theatre because it's lit. It's like, it's amazing. It's a situation.
Because I hear the muffins are at the end of the month.
The muffins are on at the end of the month, 30th of June. Sabelom Tembu is on the 1st of July. We've got Kasi movie nights, and we're screening Kalushi on the 2nd of July. Oh my gosh. So right now, you've got to come watch Africa Umoja. Oh my sweet Lord, I watch it. Guys, it doesn't... Listen. To make me go like this. It's a situation.
It's a situation.
It's a situation. Guys, Africa Umoja is like, it's amazing. It's Sarafina, but on a brighter tip. On a happy note.
Nice. You're amazing.
You know what? Unfortunately, we've come to the end of the show. Nomi Superstar, you have been delightful, exciting, illuminating, educating, fantastic, wonderful, talented.
Thank you.
And we will catch you all next week on Sound 3. Bye-bye.
Get the weapons on.
Freedom is coming tomorrow. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Do you believe? Do you believe? Wake up every morning chasing a dream, smoking them trees. This is my day.